right, guys, it's another weekend, and you are back on Ghana Premier League Extra. Can you do all to like, share, and also subscribe? I have a friend everyone here with me, and you might have seen his speak before. If you've been a loyal consumer of this channel for quite a long time, he's got he has the name for a disciple. So he's a disciple of GPL Extra. He's just one of our young disciples, our one enterprising and guys. He's Khalid, what's your name?
My name is Jopo. I'm back.
Yeah, Bapa.
Got like backpack.
Back fact.
Yes.
Hey, Charlie, yeah. So, John Foyce, can you do all to like, subscribe, and also turn on post notifications? Feel free, let us know your thoughts in the comment and section also over there. But before moving through it, there's something going on. Something happened during the week, and it's happening in Parliament. You see, our honorable people, one of our honorable men, one of our honorable fathers said something. So let's listen to that, and then I guess what I did.
Mr. Speaker, let me conclude by saying that with the 24-hour economy strategy, football is going to be a major enabler of the 24-hour economy. And very soon we'll see it. Very soon, our local league will replace the European leagues.
Yeah, so as you heard, that was the majority leader. What is his name? Mahama Ayariga. And he said that Ghana football will soon replace the European League. Or Ghana Premier League will soon replace the European League. John, how be?
Oh, Adi.
You sure say you did Ghana or you did?
I know they knew.
You know
the everywhere.
So, Charlie, if you say the Ghana Premier League there, now you on hold. But you dey foresee and say it go replace the European League.
Oh, man.
No, wait. Make no go European say, make go Saudi.
Oh, okay. So, first of all, I'd like to get a chair this night. I'm back. So, I listened to the full video, everything he said, and I think people are focusing too much on the conclusion, but we should look at the premise, what he made first. He was saying football will be a huge factor or will be one of the main things that will help the 24-hour economy thrive. And I think what he said is true.
So, but how will the conclusion by even how ahead and you look at it come from there?
Okay.
How we going to have a thing for economy? Are the people are going to play at 2 a.m., 3 a.m.?
No, you see that so that's where the branding comes in, how we are able to market our league and everything. But the conclusion is what everyone has a problem with. Him saying, he himself at the end saying, and he was even laughing. Now, honestly, say,
In your honor, I don't have the honor crowd of the
joke. But you see himself, he was a sports minister. We all know Mahama was the former sports minister. And I don't know whether to him in his time, I don't know whether he could not say it during his time. And now someone, as Kofi Adams has come, he's trying to say, but from what he said, the preamble was that he had said he and Kofi Adams had engagements already, were in super sports and everything, blah, blah, blah. I think the conclusion is what maybe a lot of people will not agree with, because even when you come, sometimes we have this saying that look at your home first, your environment continentally. Is Ghana part of the top 10 leagues? The GPL, can it compete with the top 10? And
in the world or Africa?
In Africa, yeah. So we are starting from Africa before you even go to Europe and the likes. Africa, yeah, is Ghana. Even the GPL really competing with the big boys. When you go to the CAF Champions League, apart from the UCSC, for the past 10 years, what has been the impact of Ghanaian teams? And you look at the top 10 list, as of January 18th, when we check the standings, according to CAF, Ghana is not part of the top 15 league. The GPL is not part of the top 15. Top 15 in Africa.
How many back do you have in Africa?
I have about 54.
So 54.
Top 15, the GPL is not part.
What about top 20?
Top 20, I'm not sure, but from what CAF released, it was the top 15 that they released, and the GPL is not part of those leagues. The likes of Tanzania, DR Congo, Uganda, and co. Uganda, and they themselves are not even claiming they can surpass the Premier League. And you want to, Ghana, yeah, your GPL, and the way everything is going, you want to try and surpass it. So I think we have a lot to do. I think the premises he made, to me, I think it was okay, because football itself, if you look at what the EPL is doing for England, it generates over like £3 billion for the UK government. So football in itself is a marketable enterprise. So I think if you're able to market it well, I think it will go a long way to your offers. But I think the ending, it's surpassing the European League. I think is a very, very huge problem with what's there. Then you see sometimes our ministers or our big men come out to say these kind of things, and it's sometimes sad for us as Ghanaians, because it's like they want to ridicule the league in a way, because it's not there. The point when he was saying that, and you could look at his demeanor and everything and point out that it's not really up there. And I don't know why he would say that, because he himself said he and Kofi Adam, we had talks that Super Sport want. But you look at Ghana itself with a company like Multimedia. That's the brand for Super Sport. It's under Multimedia. Would they like to come and broadcast a Ghana Premier League match?
But Multimedia or Super Sports had worked with Ghana friendly before. I think yesterday I was watching highlight of in Thailand and had to folk in Tema 2015, 2016 season. And Super Sports were part of the broadcaster.
So that was them. But currently,
But that's like some 9 years away. So don't we think
10 years ago,
2015, 2016? So let's say, is it not possible even at the time where things are developing or Ghana in a way or the league should be developing? Don't you think it's possible that SuperSport would come and in that way we would be at par in terms of broadcasting with the European leagues, because they broadcast the English Premier League and the European leagues, and if they are broadcasting our league, and we know that Mahamayada is not familiar, but he's talking about very soon, and he's saying that the league, our league that we are playing, the one that we're doing Gold Stars is leading, is going to surpass the European League. How many years do you think it would take Ghana Premier League to surpass the French League?
I think it will not be able to. Even look at first of all, look at the top league in Africa. It's the Egyptian league. Has it surpassed any of the European leagues? It has not surpassed any of them. So I think it's not. I don't think we should focus mostly on surpassing them. I think we have to try and make our own a very good league and a very competitive one, so that when we go out there to face the likes, because you look at Al Ahly, when they go for the FIFA Cup, they don't go and disgrace themselves. They're able to compete with the likes of Real Madrid. Mostly get to the semi. So I don't think we should be so concerned about trying to surpass them, We want to but I think we can compete with them, but surpassing them, we can compete. Oh yes, we can with
who?
With some of these European, because if you look at the Egyptian, no. Okay.
Which European league do you think we find the Ghana Premier League can compete with?
Oh,
which you mentioned?
Okay, no, okay.
European League, mention one.
I don't think the European League. It will take, unless maybe unless maybe, I don't think.
Which European league do you think we find the Ghana Premier League is going to be able to compete with?
I'm not.
Okay, in the space of 50 years.
No.
100 years. No. 200 years.
You see, that's what I was. You see, no. See, that's why I said 100 tests before I started, and I told you that I don't think it's all about trying to because the whites, we've tried everything, but I think we are better than them in some aspects. But
I know one aspect that we are better than the five.
Oh yeah, which is,
we'll talk about that.
Okay, we'll talk about that. But you see, it comes with a lot, and that's why I gave you that example. The Egyptian league, it's a very good and but it's part of the top 30 leagues in the world. It's part, but it does not be able to the top 5 major leagues. It's still not. It's competing with them, but not over. I think the emphasis is on like just as he said, it will be more that it can't. But this can't, but be more.
So if you are competing with the European leagues, right? What are some of the criteria you think we should look at if you really want to be that big? Is it just broadcasting rights? Is it also how located the league should be? Is it the quality of play? Is it the quality of the pitches or the stadiums? Is it a quality of officiating? What are some of the things that we can actually look at and in turn be gearing towards getting up there in terms of competition itself?
I think you mentioned the right.
I've mentioned them already.
You mentioned them, but I think first of all, we have to start with ourselves, our leaders, our football, as we call them, football people. The football people, we have to start with them, their mindsets, how they want to really run the game of football. And look at the way football has been run over the past few years, and it's very appalling and it's very sad for the state of, because where Ghana football was, and currently it's very abysmal and very poor. So I think the leaders first. I think I think it's a general something in life. If you want to try and get to the top, or try and change something, I think it starts within you. How you are able to assess the situation around you and be able to move forward and everything. So I think it starts with our leaders. How well they are able to understand the position we are in right now, and bring out, every day I say this, bring out proper structures and a proper plan for us to get there as a footballing nation. And first of all, I think the facilities, the sporting infrastructure, our stadia is one key factor that would enable us progress as a league. Because you look at not even go far. You look at South Africa. Look at some of the stadiums they have. Very nice and beautiful stadiums, stadia that they have over there. And it's very attractive for other brands for them to come. When you look at also the likes of Egypt, the likes of Morocco, what they are doing with this facilities. And you see, this when you develop this infrastructure, but it's not only, it can also be a platform for tourism, where you also attract other people to come in and try and generate money for me to also invest into other stadia in the country. So I think the stadia, the facilities as a whole also contribute on how we'll also be able to go as a footballing nation. And also officiating in the country has been abysmal. And you see, honestly, we have a lot of licensed A referees. We have a lot of them, so we don't know why. And recently, the head of referees came out to say some of our referees have not been paid. Some of them have not been paid.
Alex Cote.
No. I've forgotten Alex Cote is for the GFA, but this one is the overall. Yes. So he came out to say they had a meeting with the GFA about some of these things, and some of the referees have not been paid. And you see, this sometimes causes the referees to go behind the back and no go feel, collect something small for the boy. They will never do feel, no feel, no go small, but something small. The way they talk, no go feel. So sometimes it's hard for them. And we've had instances where referees have gone behind the back, maybe coming into matches, and have gone behind the backs of the GFA and have gone to take money just because they are not being paid well to better build their job. So I think all of this we can go on and on, hooliganism, all these facilities, our leader. And I think the main problem is from the top. And if you're able to settle that from the top, everyone is able to come together and have a proper direction. Because I think this disunity in the GFA and amongst us, the people, the fight between us, I think it will not help us as a footballing nation. So I think we'll all have to come together and find a proper way. And this new sports minister himself will have a huge task. Mr. Kofi Adams, you have a huge role to play in this, because since he has come, he has been granting a lot of interviews. We've seen him, and the record down is he has conducted more interviews than when he was the NDC communication director of for all. So you can see the thing and he offer communicating for that. But you see the things he has outlined, he has said the problems, he has outlined the problems of Ghana football and Ghana sports as a whole. So I think with time, I think we should just give him the backing, and with time, I think you'll be able to develop our sports well.
Okay, but then when it comes to Kofi Adams, I think when you're writing an exam, they told you that understanding the question is part of the answer, right? So it's able to identify the problem. That's the first step to solving them, because you can't solve a problem with not identified. So I think that is possible. But it becomes a nuisance when it just turns into I'm not saying Kasa even from us, because yes, Kasa and actually speaks. But I think our politicians, we don't want things that would sound sweet in our ears when it comes to our football. We know how devastating our football is. We know how our football has been on a downward spiral. They should leave us for us to cry like that. Because I remember somewhere last year, I think NSA boss came to tell us that Ghana do have better stadia, better fields than Wembley.
He was your sportsman, your former sportsman, that who said we have stadiums, stadia, which is competing with the likes of Wembley. And
you see, so I think they should just leave our football, because it seems whenever they come, they say things that's somehow is vibes impossible. You see, so yes, so I think they just leave it to us. We know how bad it is. And if you're talking about our fixing our aspects in our football, I think it transcends the leaders. Okay, the leader of football wouldn't go to a match venue and keep at a player, right? The leader of a football or the leaders of football won't go to a match venue and make the right calls and come to officiating. It's the referees who make the right calls. The leaders of football won't go and stand in the red stand to watch football. We will go and stand in the stands or go and sit in the stand to watch our football. It starts with also with the consumers of the league, because the actors, I think, are been at a greater peril, because they are doing very well. They're on the screens every day. They're not getting paid well. And you see, imagine you've been on the screen every day and your family members seeing that this guy is playing for Kotoko, this guy is playing for Midiama, but actually 5 minutes ago, can't do to me. because one, they're not paying you well, and then two, they're not paying you at all. There are some clubs in Ghana who have arrears of about 4 months.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, it is disheartening to be a main actor of the league. It moves all the way to even journalists. The people have over devoted themselves to send the Ghana Premier League, because one of the days we saw Akoto Godfred, we saw Sadiq Adams, friends, and a lot of guys championing the Ghana Premier League, talking about it week in, week out. But now they don't do it again because it comes with nothing. The league is not worth the toil, and we're experiencing this thing these days. And don't be surprised if in 2 years' time you ask me about Kotoko and I won't tell you anything because I don't care about it. If the clubs do watch this thing to go on, it will go to Europe. Chelsea could buy a player for 100 million euros or pounds, but have you calculated, or have you identified or determined how much they earn even if they win the English Premier League? So the clubs themselves are fueling what they want. You're saying I'll go for one or one home. So I don't think the clubs are not helping themselves. It's boiled down to all of us. So in turn, I think you can also share your thoughts in the comment section. Can a Ghana Premier League compete or replace the European leagues at a point? How many years do we think it will take for our league to replace the European leagues? But as we are going, don't forget to use Payne, Jerry for Mokuru 11. Want to send money from abroad? Go if you're home. And also can do to be able to send money abroad, so use Payne, because it's only on Payne that the dollar in CD rate is stable. You could hear 15 cities elsewhere over Payne. It's very good. So you come code 11. If you use Payne, so when you send money, do cents. There's something like pending transaction you completed in a whole lot. No, there's something like that. And if you use the promo code 11, what's supposed to use calculate a rich hobby. So use Payne. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is Dana from the Strong. Our guest tonight is with Don't Pay.